Thank you, Mr. Bobby Browning, for showing up today and being our guest speaker from CSU, Colorado State University, one of our greatest partnerships. They not only are a great school, beautiful school, but they also have a huge support for our DACA undocumented and students who can't apply for FAFSA. And you guys have a big support for our students who need financial aid that can't get it through the government. So I know that that's a huge support as well. But I've been to the campus, I've driven by the campus, it's absolutely gorgeous. So anything our students do with CSU, whether they go or they are attending virtually, they're very lucky to have you. So thank you for coming today, and I'm going to go ahead and let you have the screen rights, and you can show your presentation and go ahead and take it away.
Okay, thanks Yvette. Thanks for inviting me to spend some time with you and your students at Westby today. My name is Bobby Browning. I am a Senior Assistant Director in the Office of Admissions, and I've been at CSU it'll be 15 years in November, and I've been working with Westminster High School students for all 15 years. So in normal non-pandemic times, I visit the high school and I talk to students and families about Colorado State University. And so first and foremost, we are a very asset and DACA friendly institution. I imagine that we have somewhere between 300 and 500 asset and DACA students and undocumented students on our campus. So CSU is a very welcome place, and we have an internal document that you can fill out instead of completing the FAFSA. But let's go ahead and talk more about CSU. I'm going to start off with a short video, and then after the video, we're going to come back and I'm going to walk you through our presentation. Please note a couple things. CSU, we're exclusive this year for Common Application. So the only way to apply to CSU as an incoming freshman is through the Common App. The Common Application, you can find it on our website. And also, if you're coming to CSU as a transfer student in the future, we still have the CSU application that you will fill out. That's one big thing. And the other big thing I want to talk about is becoming test optional. The law was passed this summer for all Colorado four-year schools to become test optional. These are for public schools. Some of our private schools are already test optional. And what that means for us is that test optional means you do not have to submit an ACT score or SAT score to be admitted to Colorado State University or to be considered for scholarships. Again, you do not have to submit your ACT or SAT for admissions purposes or scholarship purposes to CSU. If you would like to submit it, it would be considered as optional material about you or additional information about you. But please note, with that law, if you're applying for CSU for spring 21 or fall 21, you do not have to submit test scores. So we're going to start off with a quick video about CSU, and then I'm going to go into my more formal presentation.
Colorado State is located in the heart of Fort Collins, a quintessential college town.
Yvette, can you see the picture and hear the sound okay?
I can hear the sound, but I don't see the picture.
Okay, what about now? You said you can see the picture, but you can't.
Well, I can see you.
Okay.
I don't see a video or a picture.
What about now? What do you see? You still see me?
Yep.
Okay, let me, what about on this screen? Do you see the Fort Collins?
Nope, we still see you.
Okay, it's saying when I'm trying to share the screen, it says only hosts can share the screen.
Okay, let me make you a host.
Yeah, that's probably what's, okay. And so now what do you see?
Still see you, but you can go ahead and try again.
What about now? Still me, or do you see my screen?
Still you in that wonderful green background.
Okay, let's see here. Who can share? Who can share? It's like, It keeps telling me that only the host can share a screen.
Yeah, I made you the host. All my co-hosts and have been able to share their screen.
Yeah.
I wonder
Let's try one more thing here.
if you want to send it to me. Oh, something's happening. There it goes.
Okay,
There we go.
now what about, can you see Fort Collins, Colorado?
Yes, sir. Uh-huh.
Okay, we'll go ahead and start the video there. And so you can see the green.
Yeah. Well, right now it says Colorado State University enrollment and access. It's the trees.
Okay, well, let me move this over here. What about now?
Yep. It says population 1,665.
Okay, yeah, that's it.
Okay.
And our population has increased a little bit, so we're up to now probably about 175. But we'll go ahead and get started. Now I'm going to play that.
Colorado State is located in the heart of Fort Collins, a quintessential college town located 1 hour north of Denver. Fort Collins has a population of about 165,000 people, which makes it a great size to maintain its small town appeal with all the big city amenities students are looking for. The downtown area is called Old Town and has many local eateries, coffee shops, and candy stores. Off to the west of Fort Collins are the foothills of the Rocky Mountains. Fort Collins is a mecca for outdoor recreation, with ample opportunities for snow sports, hiking, camping, and even whitewater rafting, to name a few. Finally, Rocky Mountain National Park is only an hour away. Colorado State is a research university comprised of 8 different colleges. Probably the most notable program at the university is our veterinary medicine graduate program, which is ranked 3rd in North America. Because of this, Colorado State specializes in the life, animal, and agricultural sciences for the state of Colorado. Also, Colorado State is a green university focusing on sustainability and environmental conservation. For instance, our College of Natural Resources has a mountain campus and offers a variety of majors that take on different approaches to environmental science. Overall, Colorado State offers 74 undergraduate majors and thrives on students receiving an applied learning experience that is a part of our land grant mission. The university has about 28,000 total students with a 19-to-1 student-to-faculty ratio. Also, the campus has fantastic facilities and really wants students to be engaged in any of the 500-plus student organizations offered. Athletics, study abroad, performing arts, you name it, Colorado State will have it. The mascot for the university is a real live ram named Cam the Ram. Students try to get as many pictures taken with Cam as they can during their time as students. To apply to Colorado State, you can complete the online application through the admissions website or the common application. The university is moderately selective, not super selective, and we do a holistic review for admissions. Merit scholarships, financial aid, and an honors program are available, and Colorado State is a part of the Western Undergraduate Exchange Program, also known as WUI.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing that screen at this point. Welcome, Chloe, and welcome to our session. Before we get started, were you all able to hear the video and see the video okay?
Yes, the video was great.
Okay, fantastic. So Chloe, before we get started, do you have any questions before I'm going to go into a formal presentation now? Do you have any questions that I can answer? All right, so I'm going to go ahead and share my screen again and go over our official presentation. And if Yvette, you would let me know if we're okay, that I might need to be made host again because it's not letting me share the screen.
I have to switch one thing, so it looks like you're still the host.
Okay. It's all right, here we go. Can you all see that it says welcome on the screen?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. All right, let's talk more about, and so you said, and so you can see our welcome screen. Let's continue with the presentation here. These are some, we're going to chat over some, we're going to talk a little bit about campus community. We're going to talk about academic opportunities, admissions process and requirements, and financial fit. That last video said that you could apply 2 ways to Colorado State University. Remember early on, I'm not sure if the students heard me, but you can only apply to Colorado State University using the common application is the only way to apply. Just remember that. And we looked at that. Colorado State University, we've been around for 150 years as a university. We are, we do education very well. We've established ourselves on the traditions of education, service, extension, and research. We offer 70+ majors and over 200 programs of study. And so again, so Colorado State, we've been around, we're going to offer bachelor's degrees, master's degrees, and PhD degrees. We want to know, we often get the question about what we stand for. Everyone is welcome at Colorado State University. We call these areas here our principles of community, which includes inclusion, integrity, respects, service, and social justice. These principles of community are woven throughout everything we do at CSU. From our classes, from everything that we do, we value our principles of community where everybody's welcome. We have 8 colleges and over 250 programs of study. CSU, again, very strong academically. Our 8 colleges are the College of Agriculture, the College of Business, the College of Engineering, the College of Human and Health Sciences, the College of Liberal Arts, the College of Natural Resources, the College of Natural Sciences, and the College of Veterinary Medicine and Biomedical Sciences. On the academic side of the house, we do have 15 living learning communities where you can live around people who have common interests. Like we have an honors community, we have an engineering community, we have a community that we have something called key communities which focus on service and academics, where you live around folks and you take classes with those folks if you participate in key. This is just some more stats about our campus. We're going to offer support and enrichment programs to make you successful at CSU. If you're thinking about coming in as something called undeclared, you're going to get great advising through this Collaborative for Student Achievement. This is our undeclared student advising is one of the departments under this umbrella. And so if you're not sure what you want to study, or maybe you're thinking about studying 5 things, the folks over at the Undeclared Student Advising Office will help you. We also have a wonderful career center that's going to help you get prepared for internships, part-time jobs, and full jobs. We host about 15 career fairs a year on campus in non-pandemic times, but usually during non-pandemic times, about 50 times a year, employers will come to our campus to talk to you, class presentations, hiring fairs, to talk to you about helping you get a job. We have a wonderful writing center where you can take the first draft of your college paper, and they will help you sit down with you and go over that draft. And so over on the enrichment side of the house, we have, if you're thinking about maybe a pre-professional area, like maybe med school, vet school, dental school, we have a pre-professional advising team that will help you get to meet your goal of getting you to medical school. Say if you're studying biology, you'll be a biology major, you're a primary advisor. Your secondary advisor will be someone from our pre-health advising team. They run like the pre-health club. They help get you exposed to the medical fields and the animal medical fields. We have a wonderful human cadaver lab on our campus where students get the opportunity to dissect human cadavers. We have a wonderful education abroad and semester at sea program. Hopefully, I never even thought about studying abroad when I was in college, but hopefully once life gets back to normal and we're traveling locally and internationally, you would look into study abroad. We've been involved with study abroad since the 50s and with the inception of the Peace Corps. We currently have programs. We have roughly 900 programs in 900 countries, and you can also spend time in a program called Semester at Sea. Semester at Sea is a great way to see the world, where you live on a small cruise ship, maybe 500 students and faculty on that cruise ship. They will visit, while living on that cruise ship for the entire semester, they will visit about 12 countries. And so a great way to see the world. This is just some campus demographics. 69% of our students are still coming from the state of Colorado. The rest are from out of state. But we have lots of first-generation students on our campus. And then you'll see that we have students from all 50 states. And traditionally, we have applications from over 100 countries. On our tradition side of the house, we have our most famous animal on our campus is our mascot, Cam the Ram. And a large food drive is going on right now. It's called Cans Around the Oval, where we raise food and money for the Northern Colorado food banks. We are here for you. When we talk about being here for you, I am your admissions counselor. So I put my name in the chat information. So if you or your family have questions after today about CSU, please reach out to me again. Bobby Browning, and my email address is simply Bobby, B-O-B-B-Y .Browning, B-R-O-W-N-I-N-G @COLOSTATE.edu. Again, Bobby.Browning@colostate.edu. My direct line is 970-213-4032. 970-213-4032. When we talk about our admitted freshman class, now we have to take out this test score piece. A lot of our students are going to be that, you know, we look at your weighted GPA for what we're doing, and we say you're a pretty strong candidate for admission with CSU. We're not even going to talk about those scores because now we're test optional. But if you're probably above a 3.0 or real close to a 3.0, GPA, we use your weighted GPA, you're a strong candidate for admission. But if you look at our middle 50% numbers, we give you the GPA there somewhere between that 3.4 and higher. But again, test scores are optional, so we won't even talk about those. What we need for an application, just notice this presentation hasn't been updated yet, but we need your online application, the Common App. Hopefully, if you're thinking about CSU or Colorado schools, you participated yesterday in the free application day. But that's what we were waiving. Most Colorado schools were waiving the application fee yesterday. But if you missed out on yesterday, we still will consider waiving your fee. If you participate in the free and reduced lunch program, you can check the box and your fee will be waived. If you participate in the ACT or SAT waiver program, your fee will be waived. And if something else is going on with your family, just have your counselor write me a quick email requesting that fee waiver for you. We don't ever want that $50 application fee to stop you from applying to CSU. So please we'll work with you to help you to waive that fee. We do need your official transcript, and how you get that to us, you have to contact your high school. Ms. Yvette will tell you how to do that, how to get the transcript sent to us. It has to be sent from the high school to us to be considered official. And then on the ACT, SAT results, optional. If you want to send those to us, you can. It's up to you. They're considered additional information about you. If you've taken that test already and you would like to still send us those scores, just log onto your account and take a screenshot of your account. Your official account should have your name and the subscores on it. Just take a screenshot and email that screenshot to me or our Office of Admissions, and we'll get that added to your file if you want to send that, okay? We do require one letter of recommendation. One letter of rec is required. Lots of students like to send two, but we only require one. The one that we require should come from a teacher or a counselor, somebody who knows you academically and can tell us how great of a student you were in high school and how great you're going to be in college. The personal statement is a part of the application also. It's also called a college essay or personal statement. It's personal because we want to know about you. We give you 7 essay prompts to choose from. You choose the essay prompt you want to write about. Somewhere in that 250 to 650 word count is what we're looking for on your personal statement. So you get the essay prompt, and so when you write that out, I would write the essay prompt that you're using at the top of your page and then address that in an essay format, okay? And We are an early action school. Our early action for us means that we have an early action window of August 1 through December 1. The Common App opened August 1, and we've already started meeting people. We started meeting people in September. And so our early action window, that is, if you apply early, you hear back early. That's the biggest thing for early action. Apply early, hear back early. So we look at that August 1 through December 1. If you apply within that window, we're going to give you a decision before December's over. More than likely, once your application is complete, we're probably going to give you a decision in 2 to 4 weeks, if not sooner. So we opened August 1, and we started meeting people for fall 21 already in September. We do have a regular decision date. That's for people who apply between December 1 and February 1. So if you apply within that window, you'll be considered regular decision. And again, once your application is complete, we're looking at a 2 to 4 week turnaround decision for you, if not sooner. And if you want to be considered for scholarships, any scholarships from us, you must apply by February 1. This is if you're coming in as a transfer student, so we do have some requirements for transfer students. Maybe you decide you're going to spend some time at Front Range for a year or two and applying as a transfer student. These are some requirements for transfer students. And we have a wonderful transfer admissions counselor. If you go to that website there, her name is Katie Wicks. She works with all students from the Denver metro area. Just go to that website, admissions.colorado.edu /transfer, and look for the admissions rep. Her name is Katie Wicks. Katie Wicks will assist you in transferring to Colorado State University. And in normal times, she actually visits all of the two-year schools in the Denver metro area, helping students transfer to CSU. And then this is just information here, what we need from you if you're coming over to CSU as a transfer student. And we consider you if you've taken concurrent and dual enrollment courses, you're still going to apply as a freshman. We consider you a transfer student when you take one college course after your high school diploma date. So one college course, then you have to apply as a transfer student. If you're graduating with a lot of college credit that you've taken already, you're still going to apply as a first-time freshman. More dates and deadlines there. All this information can be found on our website too. And then if you've already applied and been admitted to Colorado State University, we're going to walk you through these steps. There's next steps for admitted students. We walk you through those next steps after you've applied and been admitted. We do know finding financial fit is very important in your college search. And so the numbers we're giving you here are we haven't got the new numbers yet, but we're for the 2019-2020 school year, where we kind of break it down for you: in-state tuition versus out-of-state tuition, on-campus housing and meal plans. Freshmen have to live on campus for 1 year. Freshmen have to live on campus for 1 year. The price you see there is for a community-style room and restroom area. So we say community style, we're thinking 2 people in a residence hall, restrooms down the hall. But we do have different variations of suite styles. Suite styles could be restroom in the middle shared by 2 rooms. So 2 people, restroom, 2 people sharing that space. And we have different variations of suite style. And the suite styles are a little bit more expensive. So we break it down also for estimated costs for books and supplies, estimated costs for fees, and then estimated in-state costs versus out-of-state costs. But don't let those numbers scare you, because if you want to go to college, you can go to college. And we have liberal, very, very good financial aid programs and scholarships. These are just some general information that we're going to share about scholarships. Please check out that financialaid.coloradostate.edu website for more information. But we do merit-based, we basically do scholarships 3 ways. We have a merit-based program based on your high school GPA. If you're from Colorado, you're going to somewhere between 1,000 and 4,000. Okay, and then the other information for out-of-state students. But that's some good information. But check out that website for more information about our scholarship programs. And then these are also scholarship programs for our transfer students. Next, you definitely want to consider if you can fill out the FAFSA, the free application for federal student aid. You want to start that. You can fill that out starting October 1st, you and your family. But if you can't fill out that form, we have an internal document that we'll fill out. Earlier on, I'm not sure if you heard me, but we're very DACA and asset friendly. So we have a separate form for asset, DACA, and undocumented students. So we have a we have great scholarship programs. And so just check out our website. We'll give you more information about those. And last time I heard the numbers, we have somewhere between 300 plus, probably 300, 500 asset undocumented students and DACA students on our campus, about somewhere in that 300 to 500 range. And then we have a separate scholarship application that you want to fill out every year, no matter what, when you join CSU, but it's called the CSUSA, the Colorado State University Scholarship. And so how that works is our 8 colleges have scholarship committees, and they look at each college has, and so the only way to be considered for that scholarship, if you're in the business school, the business has money. There's not a lot of money in that pool for incoming freshmen, but you should definitely fill out the CSUSA every year that you're at CSU. There's also other strategies for funding your education. We offer work study programs. There's on-campus employment. We have a website through our Career Center that helps you find jobs on campus. Of course, off-campus employment, other scholarships. Let's put a pin there. If you're planning on going to college, start looking for other scholarships yesterday. Work directly with your Future Center, with your high school counselor, and they can help you with search engines that students have been successful with. And so start looking for those community-based scholarships and realize looking for scholarships is a full-time job. I once heard from a financial counselor that it may take 20 scholarship applications for you to get 1 scholarship, but every time it's worth. So you should start thinking, hey, I'm going to fill out 1 or 2 scholarship applications a week, if not more. Yes, you want to get your name out there and start filling out those scholarships. You probably have to do an application. You may have to write an essay, but it's definitely worth your time to look for those outside scholarships. And how it works is if you get a scholarship from an outside source, maybe your parent or family's job, or maybe your church or something, they'll either send you a check, or they say, once you prove to me you're enrolled in that school, we'll mail that check to that college for you, okay? And then also there's parent and student loans to go to college, which a lot of people take those out, a lot of students do, and then using personal finances. So don't let the cost of education, even if you're looking at a private school, scare you. There's ways to make college more affordable for you. We do know your education may be the biggest investment that you ever make. And so this is something we call the CSU effect. These are stats that kind of tells you, if you want more, if you're really a stat person, you can go to this website, proudtobe.colorado.state.edu. This is put on, this data was gathered by our Career Center, and they're going to help you know about what's going to happen with you life after college. And so this is just some stats about there. There's a lot more information about this at our Career Center website. I hope the information was good for you. We're here to help you find your state. Maybe it's going to be Colorado State University. This concludes my official presentation. And I'll go ahead and stop sharing my screen at this point, and then we'll open it up for questions from our 2 students, or if we have questions from Ms. Chevette. Any questions that I can answer regarding Colorado State University?
Let's hear from the students that are on. We definitely want to know if you guys have any questions about financial aid. Are the students on, are you guys seniors? You can type it in the chat, or I can unmute you. Let me, actually, Bobby, if you can give me the host rights or co-host again, then I can take over from this side.
And it said stop. Let's see here. Where do I find to change you? Do I go?
You know where your name is under participants?
Oh, yes.
There's like a little arrow or some dots there that you can click on.
Okay.
And or you can, it's near my name. If you go to my name, it'll say more.
Yeah, I see more. And then it says make co-host, or make host.
Make host, yep.
Okay, there we go.
Okay. All right, thank you. I'm gonna unmute the students we have on here. Do you guys have any questions?
I'm a senior at Westy, yes. I was wondering, is it like, can I transfer into this school if I go to like a community college for the first 2 years?
Yes, yes, yes. So yeah, definitely. 25% of our freshmen, we have about 5,000 or so students joining us every year, and 25% of those students are transfer students. So we have a lady, her name is Katie Wicks. Katie Wicks would be your admissions counselor. I'll put her email address in the form. And so we have and the state of Colorado does a really good job of making sure if you take English 101 at Front Range, equals English 101 at CSU. So we have some great programs. If you're looking at like a Front Range, or if you're looking at a 2-year school, you can go maybe for a year or two and then transfer over to CSU. And our transfer admissions counselor, Katie Wicks, she will help you through that process. You'll work with your advisor at Front Range and tell them once you start there per se that you plan on transferring to CSU or another 4-year school, and they'll make sure you're taking those. They have a name of a class. They're called GT classes, or guaranteed transfer classes, from the 2-year school. Those GT classes will transfer seamlessly to the 4-year school. So if you're staying at like say, I'm saying Front Range, I know it's fairly close. If you're staying at a Front Range or Red Rocks or Ames or whatever, you can stay there for a year or two and transfer, and all your classes will transfer over. If you're working with Katie and your advisor, all your classes will transfer to CSU or to another 4-year school.
Okay.
Did that answer your question?
Yes, it did. Thank you. Also, I have another one. I'm interested in becoming like maybe like in the studying in medicine. Basically, that's kind of what my major would be that I'm thinking of. So I'd like start off with biology and stuff, right?
Yeah.
My question is of like how good is like is there like a special medical campus, or is a specific program for any of that? And
Yes. Yes, 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 and yes, yes. So how it works, basically, we have about 15 science majors. Specifically, you mentioned biology. So you could study biology, get your 4-year degree, and then you would have to apply to medical school to get your medical degree, which is another 4 years. So how we do it at Colorado State University, we have biology, chemistry, biomedical sciences, biomedical engineering, physics. We have a lot of those hard sciences. So what students will do, we have wildlife biology. Students will major in biology, and then they will get a chance to work with one of our pre-health advisors. So you would have a biology advisor as your primary advisor, and we have a pre-health advising team. And this person would be your medical school advisor. They run the pre-med club, exposing you to the medical field. We have a wonderful human cadaver lab on our campus. And so actually starting, I think actually starting maybe fall 21, we've partnered with the CU Anschutz Medical Campus. So we will have a medical school in Fort Collins starting fall of 21. And so you won't have to actually leave to go somewhere else for medical school. So you'll have a great advisor in your biology that's going to get you through that 4-year program. Our science programs are strong. Our science programs go all the way up through PhD. Sometimes students think they want to go into human medicine or animal medicine, and they end up liking research. So you could even get a PhD in biology. But if you want to go to med school, your 4-year degree in biology, you work with our pre-health advisor to help you get prepared for medical school, making sure you have all the prerequisites, and then you can go to medical school right in Fort Collins. We're doing wonderful work. We've probably been a veterinary medical school for over 100 years, but through that vet school, we're doing wonderful work on wonderful research on cancer in animals that's being applied to humans. So lots of hands-on learning, and our students do very well in medical school. They do very well on the MCAT. I think if you get involved with the pre-med club, they have some kind of reduced price to help you. MCAT is like the ACT or SAT for medical school. And so they have prep courses and everything to get involved. So very strong undergraduate programs to get you to our medical programs. And I think we're going to open up that first class. It's going to be the kind of a collaboration, CU and CSU Medical School in Fort Collins. I think they're going to start that class with 12 students.
Oh, okay.
Did that answer your questions?
Yes, it did. I actually did some research on the Anschutz Medical Campus and like what kind of programs they had, because originally I was gonna apply to CU Denver or CU Boulder, whichever one like I could get into. But since it is a lot much more expensive and you have to be in dorms, I am deciding to go to Front Range first and complete my first 2 years there, and then maybe transfer in after. So.
Yeah, and I did that. I was a transfer student, so I know that path. It saved me a lot of money. I stayed at home for those first 2 years at a community college, and then I transferred to a 4-year school. I was able to finish in a year and a half, and then and a lot less debt because I did live on campus. My second 2 years of college, I was there for about a year and a half, and so that was a good path. And so you have to think about college as the best path for you. There's not one size fit all for college. Some students want to go straight to college right out of high school. but some like me, I was thinking the financial side. So I was a transfer student, 2 years at a community college, and then you know, a year and a half at a 4-year school to get my bachelor's degree. So that's a good path for you.
Oh yeah, and also I have another question. I'm also Native American, so I apply for a lot of the Native American scholarships with my tribe. I was wondering how that would like incorporate into like, you know, transferring into like, you know, your school or like CU, but mainly your school because yeah, I'm here with you
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, I can only talk about my school, which, you know, which is just the best school in the world. And so, but seriously, I think when you transfer in, say if you do get your scholarships after your 2-year degree, your scholarships, you know, your tribe is going to give you the scholarships, and then they'll either give you a check, or they'll say, once you prove to me you're enrolled at CSU or CU, we'll send the checks there. And then there's not a lot of scholarships for transfer students, but there are other scholarships for transfer students. When you look at this recording again, there's a link on there that shows you some information about transfer students. So I highly recommend that you get involved. There's an honorary society at the 2-year schools called Phi Theta Kappa, I think it is. It's an honorary society for 2-year schools. If you're involved in that, we're going to give you a $10,000 scholarship right off the bat. It's $2,500 a year for 4 years if you get involved with that honor society at the 2-year school. And then again, with your tribal scholarships, they'll just give you the money. Hopefully they'll help you pay for your 2-year experience. Hopefully they'll help you pay for your 4-year experience at CSU or some other fine institution. And then they'll probably hopefully they'll even help you pay for medical school. That's kind of how that works. And we have a wonderful Native American Resource Center on our campus. They have, and so they kind of help students. We have a recruiter in my office, and so I put my, I'm not sure if you were able to see my email address and phone number, but if you want to talk to, we have a Native American recruiter that may know of some other resources for you. So email me. Do you see my name in the chat?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so email me and I'll get you in contact. Well, you may want to email me. It may be she's going to go on maternity leave here. I think she has a baby due this month. Her name is Danita Ordez. And so go ahead and email me and I'll get your contact information. She may be out for a couple of months, but she'll definitely be back. So she works part-time. She works as a recruiter with my office like 75% of the time. Then she works for our Native American Resource Center 25% of the time. So she'd be a great connection for you to help you get connected to the community and tell you about additional scholarships and everything for Native students on our campus. But we have a wonderful, it's called the Native American Resource Center. So there's a lot of resources and students and folks there to help you out. So definitely connect with me after today.
Okay. So if I go on the MSU website, I will be able to find you in your email, right?
This is Colorado
CSU.
State. Yes, CSU.
CSU, sorry.
Yeah.
I say MSU, I get all the letters mixed up, my bad.
No worries. But do you see my information in the chat? I put my name, I put my email address and phone number in the chat. Did you see that? Let me copy and paste it again. I'm going to copy it and just put it in there right now.
If you need to email me, I can get you all of his information as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
It looks
And
like.
have you applied for FAFSA yet?
I am in the process, like right now, as like we speak. Yeah.
Good. I honestly, I tell students, look, I know you want to save money and that's a great way to go, but try to get as much money as you possibly can. Keeping CSU, if that is your school of choice, whatever your school of choice is at the top, and although it is expensive, and you have a lot of resources, sounds like your Native American resources, we need to get you to start applying for scholarships. There's a ton of Native American scholarships. There's first generation scholarships. And again, Westminster has about 20 or 25 scholarships you can apply for. Once you find out, I'm going to put in the chat, there's a FAFSA forecaster, and you're working on your FAFSA, but the other student that's on here, if you need to know like maybe a quick snapshot of how much you can get Pal-wise, which is free money, then you kind of have an idea of how much more you need in order to obtain to your dream school, right? Believe me, there's a lot of help. So don't just discount it because it's a more expensive school. There's a lot of money out there to help you guys, and we're here to help you.
Yvette, would you drop my name? I can't seem to put anything in the chat. It's not letting me. If you would drop my name, it's just copy and paste it in there for the students.
Just did. Okay, I did that again.
Thank you.
Well, thank you. I'm gonna take a picture of it. Thank you very much. This is cool. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks for
Thank you.
coming and asking questions. Are there anybody else who wants to ask questions? I know it's nice to learn, to listen, but anyone else? You can put it in the chat too if you don't want to say it out loud, but okay. Well, again, if you guys need any help, just, you can send a message to Mr. Bobby or the Future Center. We're all here to help you guys. As far as financial aid goes, Fridays is Financial Aid Fridays, where the Future Center is supporting all our students. Miss Remy is the queen and guru of scholarships. If you haven't gone to our Future Center website yet, there is a scholarship page there, and she's made it really easy, and it's updated weekly. So you can start applying for scholarships there. And on Fridays, she has a Zoom session at 9 a.m. and at 3 every single Friday. It's an open session, workshop session for financial aid and to help you guys with any FAFSA questions. There is a FAFSA wizard. So what are you using? How are you doing your FAFSA on your own?
Yes, I am.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it takes a lot of information. So you need your parents' information, your social security cards, and all that information. So if you get stuck, just shoot us an email. But if not, you can always call the 1-800 number on FAFSA, since we're not going to have the FAFSA nights. Mm-hmm. But again, whatever it is that you need, don't just get stuck and give up. We're here to help you, okay?
Oh, yeah, of course. Thank you.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming. And Mr. Bobby Browning, thank you for coming and doing a presentation. And we had a couple students, but I am going to save this and I'm going to share it with our staff. We have teachers. We have about 140 teachers, so they'll be able to, if they can, just share it along with their classrooms as well.
Okay, great. And,
yeah, thank you so much.
And if I do have a couple of questions for you, if you want to stop the recording and
sure.
Just
Thanks,
questions.
Everybody. I'm going to stop the recording, and then if you guys want to stay on for any other additional questions, then we'll.
Thanks again, students, for being here.
Thank you.